Greetings. I go by Skillimanjaro. This will be my debut on the channel, as I have not appeared before. Now, you may notice that what I am playing is a bit different than what we've seen so far. I will be exploring the mindfulness aspect of playing difficult games. Very difficult games, that is. Namely, Stalker. This is one of my favorite game franchises. I have played all official releases except for Stalker 2. I haven't played that one yet, as my hardware does not support it. In addition, I will be playing other Stalker content, namely what is on the screen at the moment. This is known as OP 2.2, or the Cumulative Pack. It is a mod based on the Narodnaya Solyanka mod. I played the Solyanka mod myself in the past. I thought it was phenomenal, extremely well made, maybe somewhat difficult in terms of direction, but we'll touch on that later. And they took that mod and added a whole bunch of cool stuff to it. New missions, new characters, new locations, anything you can think of. So what this video will be is a short overview of where I am in the mod at this point. I'm quite far in, and the reason the entirety of the playthrough is not being uploaded is that it has been hundreds of hours so far, and that it would take too much time for any one person to watch or edit through. So we're doing things piecemeal here. I hope you enjoy the content, and let's go ahead and get started talking about my current position in the mod. Alright, so as I said, I am quite far in. We are currently in Limansk. If you are a veteran of the Stalker series, i.e. if you have played Clear Sky in this case, if you made it all the way to the end, this is the second path to the center of the zone, a small abandoned town that was once used for the workers at the power plant and the numerous secret labs in the Chernobyl exclusion zone. So, here we are. You can see the abandoned construction site. That is my current objective. I'll be heading over there. And the usual lovely bleak zone scenery. So, where are we, and what have we accomplished? Well, I have made it a significant way through the the Solyanka storyline. I started, of course, here in the Cordon, and I have made my way through all levels on screen at the moment, including the ironworks here. So Darkscape, Dark Valley, Undiscovered Land, Dump, Agapom, Yontar, the Bar, the Wild Territory, and the construction site. Moving north here, I have not been to this railway station, but I'm quite interested to see what's there, or the Dead City. But I have made it through Limansk, not through... Oh, excuse me, sorry about that. Dropped the mic there. I've made it into Limansk, through the Red Forest, the radar, the central part of Pripyat, and both parts of the power plant have been fully explored, as well as all of their associated underground areas, the sarcophagus, the monolith control center, etc., etc. So this mod features many custom maps as well. If I zoom in here, you can see that this leads to the Pripyat Underground. This is not the Pripyat 1 underpass, or whatever it's called from Call of Pripyat, I don't quite recall. It is a completely custom map, as is several of the other maps in this mod. Some of them are taken from the beta versions. If you look here, the industrial zone. This is the beta version of the garbage, or the dump, as it is called. Then if you look over here, East Cordon, the beta version of the Cordon. And I believe this map, the scientific station, is the beta form of Yontar. So we've got lots of new maps, lots of quests, lots of cool stuff to do. So, how did I get here? How I got here is a lot of hard work. There has been an innumerable amount of time spent working my way through the various storylines. There have been many sort of side storylines and added side quests from the OP mod as compared to Solyanka. I might actually be getting shot at the moment. I am. Okay, let's move. Inconvenient timing for the monolith to show up. So let's just retreat to a safer area. Can't get in there. The interesting thing about Limansk in this mod is that it is populated by the Freedomers, and most of it is at least partially safe, as there are friendly stalkers, such as this guy right here. Anyways, there's been many tasks completed, many quest lines gone through, many NPCs met. I've been through all of the labs in the base game at this point. So X18, X16, the control center in the sarcophagus, like I mentioned. I haven't been to X10 yet because that's in Eastern Pripyat. You can see the transition right there. Or maybe it's not called X10, maybe it's called X14 or something. X8. I'm getting my things mixed up. X10 is the radar, the brain scorcher, which of course I went. So I have made it through the entire vanilla game storyline. Went just through the CNPP, destroyed the sea consciousness, and now here we are. Enjoy the gunfire in the background. In terms of Solyanka, like milestones, I have met both Fang and Ghost. Have determined that both of them are still alive, figured out the whole Ghost's body double thing, figured out Fang's bizarre situation with the mercenaries. I met Doctor in Pripyat. And I have gotten to the point in the storyline where I need to meet Astrologer. Now, also, this NPC is also known as Stargazer. And again, this time, if you're actually a Stalker veteran, you'll know that this is the NPC that saves the player character, the Marked One, at the beginning of the game. After the death truck the Marked One is on crashes. He has proven to be a mysterious, enigmatic character with some kind of alternative angle to accomplish in terms of what's happening here. Well, it looks like the Monolithians have arrived. All right. Let's go ahead and mess this guy up real quick. Decided to come in and kill our friends. We don't take kindly to that. Don't know where he is. I believe he may be downstairs. And he's got a friend. He's down. Hit a little quick save. Ha! Took that guy out too. So this is, I suppose, a little taste of the combat here. At this point, I have quite powerful weapons. Ooh. Looks like buddy's over here. Where'd you go? Whoa, he's behind me. So that was another demonstration. I have extremely good armor. Here are my protective statistics, and this is at a pretty significant damage level. Speaking of which, and now you can see also I'm decked out in terms of artifacts. You can see the net effects there. I'm not going to go through all of the individual ones, as that wouldn't be worth it, but these little red boys here, the rupee pellicles, are going to heal me. So let's finish up here. We're already getting pretty lengthy, so my main objective now is to go through Limansk into the hospital area and find the mysterious, enigmatic Black Doctor, seeming to be some kind of evil facsimile of the doctor we know and love, who is in Pripyat right now. So, briefly, what is the scope here? What am I going to be showing you in this mod? I am playing this mod on the hardest difficulty, Nightmare mode. That results in the combat being extremely difficult and often very, very frustrating. What I plan to do is use these videos as a way to show you how I overcome these difficulties. And that is going to be both in terms of the practical, in terms of actually handling and fixing the issue at hand or overcoming the challenge, as well as looking into the emotional aspect of what's going on. And we can explore together through mindfulness how we can best deal with situations like these, where there are sources of extreme frustration and you need to take action outside of the game in order to make sure you are okay as the player. So that is what we'll be exploring here. And also, you can expect some miscellaneous content too, perhaps some clips of some sort. So, I hope this was an enjoyable overview of OP 2.2 and what we're going to be doing. Thank you so much for watching, and stay with us on the Divergent quest.